presence of PFAS in food and feed pose significant dietary exposure risks. This threatens consumer safety, compromises food product quality, and introduces vulnerabilities in the supply chain.
There is so many steps in the food supply chain that make it really difficult to know exactly where to do the analysis and where to monitor the PFAS contamination. It can occur at the start, in the middle, or at the end.
PFAS contamination in our food supply is a complex issue, primarily stemming from industrial waste and the widespread use of PFAS-containing products that enter the environment. These chemicals are incredibly persistent and can infiltrate the food chain in several ways.
Because we have PFAS contamination in soil, in water, in biosolids, in animal feed, it can affect a lot of the aquatic and terrestrial animals and could affect their products.
Fish or shellfish can be, for example, more contaminated than others. Meat or like offal can be contaminated as well.
The vegetables, the fruits are contaminated. Even the processed foods are contaminated because they are manufactured with water that is contaminated with PFAS.
Airborne PFAS from manufacturing facilities can settle on soil and crops, adding another layer of exposure risk. And finally, food contact materials are a significant concern. PFAS are commonly used in grease-resistant packaging, like fast food wrappers, microwave popcorn bags, and in non-stick coatings on food processing equipment. These materials can leach PFAS in food during production or handling. Regulations and testing needs are constantly evolving. That's especially true with emerging contaminants like PFAS, where expansion of testing is inevitable.
Ultimately, our goal is to help manufacturers, suppliers, and consumers make sure that the food that we eat are safe.
The scope of the number of PFAS compounds is going to increase with different levels, and most probably other contaminants will be discovered in the near future and will be monitored as well.
We're entering a critical phase in the global response to PFAS. The next steps will focus heavily on enforcement and monitoring. This evolution is already underway. For example, FDA has phased out PFAS-based grease-proofing agents in food packaging, and enforcement is now active. Companies failing to comply face real risks, including lawsuits. These updates are part of a broader trend toward harmonizing international standards, which global companies will need to align with to maintain market access. Companies are now auditing materials, switching to PFAS-free alternatives, and building robust compliance documentation to stay ahead of both regulatory and legal scrutiny. Comprehensive testing across the food chain is so critical. It helps manufacturers, regulators, and researchers identify contamination sources and assess exposure risks.